Well, hello and welcome back to my channel, Lemurian Collective. I'm Lisa Kay. I'm a psychic medium, intuitive, empath, clairvoyant, channeler, counselor, artist, you name it. I'm a spiritual overachiever, to say the least, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. I'm having a lot of fun putting together the content for this new channel. And what's been coming to me is in the context of the collective, right? Starseeds, Lemurian, people that resonate with that, lightworkers, etc. This is all kind of the same collective, and you may, connect in with different parts of that. But what I'm bringing to you today is answering your burning questions. And so in this video, I'm going to be answering your burning questions about now that you're psychic or you're psychic, you have these intuitive abilities. Now what? We're all trying to navigate the world of the matrix, making a living, supporting ourselves, maybe even our families, and dealing with all of this new ability that's kind of coming to the forefront. And it can be really discombobulating. You don't know what to do. And like for me, for example, my background's in corporate healthcare. I'm now very blessed to be able to run my own company, and I don't have to deal with some of the corporate aspect of that. And it frees me up to get to do this beautiful work, which I'm so grateful for. But for many of you that are maybe, again, just coming online with your skills and abilities, or maybe reconnecting with your skills and abilities after a long time away, this video is really meant for you. So there's 3 areas that I'm going to look at today intuitively, and I'm going to use some cards, but we'll look at the energy intuitively. This is going to be around what are your gifts as a light worker or starseed? What are you meant to do with these gifts? And finally, how do I get from this point to this point with regard to the gifts that you have? And something I want to say really quickly here is something that I've learned through my own journey in this work is that, and this applies in a lot of different areas, not just in the context of, being psychic or intuitive and having these abilities, but the experience of just because you have these abilities doesn't mean that you're necessarily meant to do something big beyond your own healing. And I think that's a really important thing to recognize here, that we're given these gifts and these abilities for the purpose of our own healing. And so please take that as it resonates, leave the rest behind, no judgment from me. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in. And again, the first question we're going to look at, let me tell you what cards I'm using today. So I've got quite a number of really cool decks today. I'm using the Light deck, the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Always beautiful artwork. I also have her Starseed Oracle deck. And the Lightworker Oil, well, I can't talk. The Lightworker Oracle deck. I can talk, my tongue is just not cooperating. I also have some others that I may use. We'll see how the reading goes, but I have the Beyond Lemuria, and then my favorite decks that I enjoy using are Earth Magic and the spell. Oh my gosh, what is it? Spell casting. Oh my Lord, have mercy on my ever-loving soul. I can't speak and I can't read. I don't know what's going on. But okay, so the first question that we're going to answer today is looking at what are my gifts as a light worker starseed? This is always such a beautiful question. And when I do readings for people, especially most of my clients tend to be sensitives like me. They're people on the path. They're people coming into this energy. And this is a question that a lot of them want to know. It's like, what are my spiritual gifts? So let's take a look at this energy. What are my gifts as a light worker starseed? Okay, we've got 4 cards that came out. I'm just going to show you them really quick, but I'm going to put them back because there's too many here. We've got Grandmother of Jesus, Pillar of Light, no, and Dance with Life. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and put those back. Let's see if we can get some clarity here about What are my gifts as a light worker? Spirit, what does the collective need to know about their gifts as light workers? Thank you. Wow. Okay. This is a message. I'll show you the card in a second, but this is a message that has been coming up a lot lately. Um, this energy is, can you see it? Don't dim to fit in. This is such a common energy that comes up over and over and over again, particularly with those of us who identify in this energy of light worker. It seems like we tend to share a similar story, not across the board, but generally speaking, we tend to share this story or experience of feeling like we had to dim our light growing up. And I said the example when we started, it's like I worked in corporate healthcare. It was not an appropriate place for me to be like showcasing the fact that I was psychic and could see dead people. This was not the place to do that. It was not a welcoming environment. In fact, I was just talking about this in my other reading I answered burning questions. I can't remember what it was, but it's the last video that I did. And it's kind of a similar energy here. So don't dim your light to fit in. This doesn't really answer the question about what are your gifts, but let's take a look here. The other energy that came through here is leap. Oof, there's a lot of energy for some of you around this. I'm really feeling it. It's like and then I will get to the question about what are my gifts, but I want to answer this first. This is an energy of like, if I leap, I might die. I mean, literally, it's like this very intense energy. I don't want to call it fear because it's a little bit different than that. It's not like this conscious feeling of, oh my God, I'm afraid to step into my gifts. This is more the energy of like literally, if I do this, I might die. And I say that laughing. It's probably the energy that we talked about as I started the video, which is like if you're just coming into your gifts and you're currently in a world where you're in the matrix, right? You're in the world where you're having to work to survive. My guess is that's what this energy is. So, Spirit, these cards are really not answering the question. Can you offer some additional input here? And I'm switching the deck to the Starseed deck, and let's see if this gives us a little bit more clarity. Spirit, what are the gifts as light workers and star seeds for this collective that they need to know about? Thank you. One more. Ooh, try that again. They're a little sticky. It's like for some of you, this is about gifts that haven't come online yet. That you're just starting to be aware of, like, oh my gosh, something mystical and wild is happening in my world. Wow. Okay. This is not going to resonate for everyone. So the first energy that we have, all paths lead home. For some of you, your gifts are really related to being able to tune into the collective. And actually, this is kind of the world that I've been in over the last year, where I've been tuning into the collective energy. I call it the Lemurian collective. And this is very much related to what I consider my starseed origins. I feel like some of you are beginning to tune into that energy. Let me see here if there's more. I'm just watching some of you, like energetically, you're kind of being transported. You may be, when you're sleeping, you may actually have the experience of like traveling up either to the Akashic record or time traveling, like into this space and time, this energy of the Lemurian collective. So the short answer is for some of you, the gifts are around channeling. and channeling the energy of your origins. We also have this energy, the great severing. It's Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I feel like for some of you, this is a healer energy. This is like the energy of transmutation. Um, One second. Mhm. Yeah, some of you have come into this world to learn about love, to learn about what it means to experience love, to give love, to be loving, to be compassionate. Um, Through that love and compassion, it's like that is what's starting to heal. And I see for a lot of you, this is actually related to your family of origin here on Earth, your human family. That you and your family were really the instigator of healing. In psychology, we might call that a scapegoat, but in this space, we're going to call it the instigate. Pardon me, the instigator of healing, where I see some of you like I really get this energy for some of you around healing from addiction, healing from abuse, healing family patterns. Um, Again, this won't resonate for all of you, but for some, this is about your gift of being able to see that pattern, overcome that pattern, or heal from that pattern, and now thrive and be in a totally different space with it. That's a really beautiful energy. And the last one here is the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. This is another similar energy about time travel. But what I'm getting from this energy really strongly is that some of you have connections in with like ancient humanity. So, like Egypt is coming up as a really strong energy. Um, they're also showing me this energy of like, as far as time travel, this is very much earth energy, whereas this is very much about tapping into the origins of starseed. This is more about tapping into the origins of earth energy and earth humans. um it's like you're holding, on some level, you're holding a space around. Sometimes the information comes in and I don't understand it. I don't know if it'll resonate for you, but it's very much like being a portal. So this gift, right? Your gift as a light worker, for those that this resonates with, is about being a portal. And it's related to the history of life on the planet Earth, and the history of humanity on the planet Earth. Um, Let me see there. Let me just tune in here. Hmm. Yeah, it's a little bit elusive, but definitely something like that for you. And some of you may actually, I'm seeing like some of you, like may even be studying elements of Egypt or other ancient cultures. It could be indigenous cultures, um, early early humans, and the civilizations that early humans had and how they survived and thrived on Earth. Oh, okay. So it's getting clearer here as I'm looking at the energy. They're telling me that for some of you, your gift is about translating the early ways that human beings were on the planet. Like some of that we're needing to adapt and adopt rather again, at this phase of our experience as we move into the new Aquarian age. That we're going to need to learn all of these things over again. And some of you, that is your gift. Your gift is about like learning about sustainability. Your gift is about water conservation, agricultural things like that. So very interesting energy. So now let's take a look at, now that we know what some of the gifts are, what are you meant to do with this? What are you meant to do with your gifts? Let me find the just right um, cards for this. I feel like there's two decks I can use. I'm going to use the Earth Magic deck, and I'm going to use the spell casting deck. Let's start with the Earth Magic deck. Um, what is this collective meant to do with the gifts that they have? Thank you. What is this collective meant to do with the gifts that they have? Oh my goodness. Okay. The cards are flying all over. Oh wow, how interesting. This card came out in a reading I just did. I don't remember all the details from it, but so let's start with, we have three cards. First of all, we have um, crystals, we have fog, and iceberg. So those are the three energies that came out. What are they meant to do? Oh, wow. This is a very powerful energy for some of you. Some of you are actually meant to step into your gifts in a really powerful way. Did I put those cards back? Some of you are meant to step into your gifts in a really powerful way. And I'm seeing very clearly, this actually ties right into the next question, which is how do I get from there to from where you are to where you want to be? I see for some of you, this is actually a career path. This is a specific, like taking the skills that you have and turning them into your full on career path. This is for me, this energy is all about healing the earth. It may be more closely related to this energy, the portal energy, about agriculture and sustainable practices and so forth. But this looks like to me that you're really meant to take that to the next level. Let me look here for others. There's some more energy here. I'm going to give it a minute and let's let it percolate or marinate a little bit and see if it gets a little bit more clear as I go through the rest of the energy. Fog or veiled is another energy that came out, and I see this energy in two ways. I see this energy as being, for some of you, you're just not meant to know yet. And that can happen. Sometimes we're just not quite ready. We're still coming online and we're just not quite ready to take it to the next step. For others of you, this is really an energy of just like there isn't something you have to do as much as you are just being the energy, the healing energy. This came up like you're just being in the energy of love. You're just being in the energy of healing and grace. And this is about you just shining outward. And that's it. Like you could do something with that technically if you want to like create your own business to help people or what have you. But for some of you, this is really an affirmation of basically be the light, right? Be the light. Then we have this interesting energy, submerged, iceberg. Oh, wow. Okay. This is fun. This is big. This is big energy, actually. This feels like it's going to resonate with, I'm saying like half of you, which is kind of fascinating. But this energy is all about breaking down the confronting the current matrix. So that's kind of major energy, right? This is actually really what's happening sort of globally as well. Like there's this very global energy about breaking down the current paradigm and the current matrix. So some of you are in a place where you get to do that. Now, some of you, this is going to be very much about being an infiltrator. You might be in current jobs or careers where you're in systems where those paradigm shifts are shifting, and you are part of the, you're like a catalyst for that. You're in the space of being a catalyst for that energy shift. For others of you, this could actually be more like, sorry, this could actually be more like political activity, political activism, where you're actually getting out there and, like, bring down the man, that kind of energy. But it is this energy of strength meets wall, like breaking down walls, breaking down barriers. Pretty intense energy, actually. But I do get from spirit, like, the importance of play. And this is a big energy for me, that I've been working on playing more, but basically learning how to be more in the vibration of joy and playfulness. And it's a conscious choice, right? So I feel like if you're moving into this energy, or this is something that you're doing or meant to be doing or drawn to be doing, it's such a heavy vibration that you have to come at it from a place of play. Um, let's take a look at, so from where you are now to where you are going, let's take a look at how you get there. And this is, again, in relation to the energy that we've already been talking about. So how do you get from where you are to where you want to be? Let's see what the energy says. Oh my God, I love it. I love this deck. Spellcasters is one of my very favorite decks. Okay, we have three energies here. We have the energy of career, we have the energy of love, and we have the energy of freedom. Beautiful energies. I want to start with the energy of love. How do I get from where I am now to where I want to go, to where I want to be? And the message here is through the energy of love. This came up in another reading, actually. The energy of love is so powerful right now. And I think literally it is like the antidote to virtually everything that we're dealing with, not just in the day-to-day human experience, but in our inner healing, in our relationships, in our interactions with, customer service people that are jerks. It's like at every level, love is the answer. And it sounds so hippy dippy and cliche. Not that I'm against hippy dippy. I'm a little hippy dippy, but it is so, it sounds so cliche, and yet this is the power of change. This is the power of moving us into the next, the spirit said dimension. Okay. So this is the power of moving us into the next dimension, but really moving us into the next level of energy. And they're telling me now that is the next dimension. Okay, well, there you go. Live and learn. The energy of career, very interesting that this energy came out. And it's interesting, sorry for the blurriness. It's interesting because I was talking about how some of you might be more like infiltrators, where you stay with, oh, it matches my hair, where you stay with certain jobs that are within the current paradigm, but you stay with those jobs because you're an infiltrator, and actually your presence in those spaces helps to transmute and change that paradigm that we're moving into. We're moving into that energy of love. And so for some of you, it may very well be a conscious decision, or not so conscious, but where you're actually staying with certain jobs or careers with this kind of niggle. It's like this kind of intention or awareness that you're doing it because you are transmuting that energy from within, the infiltrator. And then finally, freedom. Let me look at this energy a little bit more here. There's kind of multiple things happening with this energy. Let me get a clarifier and see what else comes up here around the energy of freedom. New beginnings. Sorry, I don't know why it's blurry. That's so frustrating. Here, if I cover my face, less blurry. Okay. I'm hearing the words start a new chapter, write a new chapter. So for some of you, actually getting from where you are to where you want to be, it might be that you are, again, twofold energy. You literally might be writing a book, but this is also about recognizing that you're a creator in your life and you can start to write your life. You can start to write, RIGHT and RITE, yes, that you can write your life by actually manifesting that through the stories that you tell to yourself and to the world around you. So there's something here about creating new beginnings for yourself. If you feel like you're in a place where you're stuck or you're not fully experiencing the freedom of your gifts, the freedom of your life, it may be there may be a message here for you about evaluating or looking at how important it is to you to stay in that current energy, or does it make sense to look for something else? Okay, those are the three questions that we have answered today. I want to pull a final message for you. I feel like it's needed. Um, what is a final message? I'm going to pull a final message from the Beyond Lemuria deck. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I love these cards. The images, the artwork is just so beautiful. I'm going to read from the back of this card as your final closing message. Let's see if I can do that without you having to look at my face here. All right. This card is called the Violet Flame. As we deepen our spiritual path, step out of illusory. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. I can't read either, apparently. Illusory constructs and become empowered beings. Let me start over again. As we deepen our spiritual path, step out of illusory constructs and become empowered beings. Life presents more opportunities to grow than before. Your sensitivity will be heightening, so it may be harder to spend time in places with certain energies. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for re-centering, cleansing your aura, and protecting your energy field? A routine for psychic fitness will keep your aura strong and resilient, your energy sovereign, and your vibration high, and help you to see through illusions that block or disorient. Bring the violet flame into your meditation and self-care practices for graceful rebalance. This is such a beautiful energy and such a great way to close out this reading. And I will just say very quickly, my guides have actually been showing me the violet flame quite a bit over the last year, and the power of that healing within. So take it as it resonates. As with all readings, this is information meant to help inspire you and give you food for thought. It's not intended to tell you what to do or how to do it. So please take the messages as they resonate, leave the rest behind, and thank you again for being here today. I look forward to the next time. Have a great day.